King of the Road Productions proudly presents a Museums and Music episode of the King of the Road Show HD. Southeast Texas style. During the half hour, we'll gaze in the rear view at Fiddlin' Dave Varnado's recent induction into the Music Hall of Fame at the Museum of the Gulf Coast in Port Arthur.
Son of a gun would have me on the back.
Don Rollins, I think you're the most famous person in this building that's not actually inducted yet into the Hall of Fame here.
Well, maybe one of these days, who knows?
I saw the induction of David Varnado into the Museum of the Gulf Coast Music Hall of Fame. Do you have a long history with David?
I've known David. We worked in different bands. When I was in my 20s coming up, I was working more in R&B bands. I played with Jerry LaCroix for a long time.
Yeah.
And so I didn't play in bands that had fiddles. You know, he didn't play in bands that had horns, which is what I was doing then. And we knew each other peripherally like that. And then also, he went on the road, which is a big part of why he's here.
We'll feature the Everdale Raceway Fabulous Flashback. We'll also air the Southeast Texas debut of Mo Pitney's new video as our King's Country Music Clip of the Week. And Christian Walker will be in the Royal Spotlight. Sponsored by Bradley's Collision Center in Fort Neches.
Oh, mama, you just took me by surprise, and I can't believe my eyes. I must be seeing blind. Oh, no, I ain't too good to be all mine. I'm looking in your eyes. I must be seeing blind. I was young, my heart was always on.
The King of the Road Show, Saturday nights at 9:30 on Fox 4.
And Jen King joins us. You know what? I have to admit, I didn't know much about David Varnado, and I slapped myself in the hand, did a little Googling, and man, that guy, multi-instrumentalist, he's ripping some stuff out on a mandolin. In fact, I saw, I think, a sizzle reel you had put together, came up on the Google search, but yeah, great musician.
Born and raised in Port Arthur, went to Nashville, played with Loretta Lynn, Johnny Paycheck, Neil McCoy, played with our own Tracy Byrd here in Southeast Texas, and George Jones, too.
Yeah, well, I feel bad. I didn't know. Thanks for schooling me on that, because I, like to keep up with those things and not always in depth on country music as perhaps I should be. So, great chance to kind of get caught up with him. And the guy you had there at the end, great voice.
Yeah, 20 years old from Nederland, Christian Walker.
Yeah, he's got a future ahead of him.
I think he does. He did really well on The Voice. Didn't quite make. He said he got nervous towards the later rounds.
Don't we all?
Got a little quiver in his voice.
Well, great. Remind us when the show is?
Tomorrow night at 9:30 on Fox 4 KBTV, Sunday at 12 noon on the CW, and watch the all-new listen to the all-new King of the Road radio show on 105.3 right after Walton and Johnson.
You could put Cam up there and we could watch, right?
Yeah, we could. There is a song called Watching the Radio.
Okay. Work on that, Jim. All right. Thanks a lot. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Tom.
And we'll see you next week. And coming up on Southeast Texas Live, one of the movies nominated for Best Picture of the Oscars opens in Southeast Texas theaters. Sean Bride, the movie guy, gives us his take on Phantom Thread.